All right. Hello, THL, and welcome to Friday Night Fights once again, here in week 2 for the Sylvanas and Rag Leagues. I'm Slimsh, and joined again tonight with Inked,
How's it going, everybody?
my fellow noob, my fellow teammate. And tonight we have a few matches starting up for number 1. Actually, first off, there's 3 matches to go in the Ragnaros League. Speaking, Hearthstone Academy is currently tied up with Really Nice Guys, a score of 5-5. Also in the Rag League, Spicy Boys are currently up 6-5 against Team Swagoy, with 3 games remaining. Team Swagoy having had a very strong victory over our very own Noob Central last week, so they got a strong start in the Purple Division. Moving to Sylvanas League, Tallywag's Disciples is currently up against the Tiny Fan Club, as we mentioned last week, reigning Sylvanas League champion. But yep, they're currently down 7-8, 2 games left. That's a bit of a league update. So starting off here tonight, we have a Sylvanas League match. Blake Hall from Team Hearthcoach going up against Jammies, both about roughly 400 PR players. Jammies of Team Next Level. Team Next Level is up 12-1 with 2 sweeps, obviously, with only 1 point on the opposite side. Yeah, and Team Next Level last week, they had beaten Team Black Lotus. Team Hearthcoach lost to the Thick Boys in week 1. So yeah, they're really looking for a win, but they're significantly down against Team Next Level. Both Blake Hall and Jammies won their week 1 matches, so whoever goes up tonight be 2-0 on the early season. Always nice, always good to have the early player power ranking going for you. So yeah, Ink, I don't know if we have some time here, if you want to give a little hint for the Rag League match that will come after that.
Yeah, up tonight we have Tweeg of Maple Syrup Inc. Up against Nikolaius of the Defias Brotherhood. Maple Syrup is currently up 5-4 after a 3-1 win by Twiz. Both teams suffered losses in week 1. Maple Syrup to Team Next Level and Defias Brotherhood to Thermic Whims. Now, on the contrary to our Rag League match, or our Sylvanas League match, both Twig and Nikolaias got swept last week. So they're looking for their first win. So hopefully nobody's dreams will be crushed and we'll see another sweep, because you don't ever want to get swept 2 weeks in a row.
Nobody likes to get swept. I find it funny that Twiz, I don't know if Twiz is a very long time member of THL. He's actually Australian. It's funny to see him on Maple Syrup Inc. Australian, finding solidarity with the Canadian themed name, of course. So yeah, that'll be interesting. For tonight's first match, the Sylvanas League match, both players, we got mirrored lineups: Druid, Priest, Rogue, Warlock on both sides. Now, Ink, you know a little bit more about last year's standing, these classes. You're currently actively playing in Sylvanas League this season too. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, I know you talk about it in our Discord.
Yeah, and we have bands now. We have a Rogue band.
Nice.
And let's see, Blake Hall's Rogue is banned and Jammy's Priest is banned. So
Okay.
Nothing too surprising there. Both really strong decks. Banning Rogue and or Priest may lend an ear to what kind of strategy these guys have brought, coming into this match.
Yeah, I could definitely see both Rogue and Priest being the types of classes that could sweep and be ever so slightly hard to counter. I mean, there's probably a lot more areas to be countering Rogue, but countering Priest is a tall order. But yeah, anyway, we got the bands in. We know their classes, so yeah, let's get going. So yeah, we'll be seeing what Blake Hall and Jammies both end up starting with. Now, Druid could be a very good class to be countering Priest, which Jammy's left Priest up Blake Hall, so I don't know if we'd expect to see if anyone's leading with Druid, or is Druid more of like a counter deal?
I feel like Drew's more of a counter pick.
Yeah.
You know, because it does have some weaknesses. It can be weak to Q block. If they just kind of draw the nuts, and you get a slow start. Rogue, if you don't find the answers, if you don't find Spreading Plague in the Spreading Plague, basically, you could be in for a very quick match.
Yeah, it's rough, and even with Spreading Plague, sometimes they might just have substantially kind of big, healthy minions at that point, like Cobalt Scalebane type stuff happening. Maybe they drew Keleseth. Maybe their stuff's a little healthier than normal. All right, they're in. So yeah, Druid can definitely struggle a lot against Rogue. But yeah, we'll have to see. So yeah, maybe Blake Hall's just leading off with the Priest. Makes enough sense. Just try to see what you could do. That's the more dragon big spell oriented build, or maybe just some kind of dragon deal in general.
Yeah, you get the Rogue by Jammies, which I think does have a pretty decent matchup against the big spell Priest. Valspawn Slayer is one hell of a card.
Yeah, and we could see Cairn in the opening hand of Jammies, not kept, but I'm sure Jammies would be delighted to be drawing that at some point in the future. Pretty good starter. Start off with your Pirates, maybe. Better to not draw patches as soon as possible. Get Corridor Creeper. As cheap as possible quickly. Oh, so Blake Hall's playing Keleseth variant. So if this is a big spell dragon priest, that's there is a variant that chooses not to run Netherspite Historian, and that's basically how that goes, more or less.
I'm not as big of a fan of the Keleseth version, just because I feel like you lose.
Not a fan of that.
Definitely not. I just feel like you lose a lot of the tempo, like when you cut Netherspites or Shadow Ascendants or what have you, from that deck.
Yeah, actually, we talked about this. Some people were talking about this in the Discord not so long ago about cutting Netherspite or not. Netherspite just, the deck doesn't run all that many dragons to begin, and Netherspite gives you extra opportunities to find Deathbreaker, which is one of the better things about Dragon Priest now with the new expansion. Oh, interesting. Coining the Keleseth despite the playing. You figure the Rogue will dagger. I guess maybe Coin's not doing so much else other than maybe buffing Cabal patches with Cabal Town Priest or something.
Right.
Or drawing a one draw. It's funny if that patches is played and traded, which that's not unreasonable because you could, yeah, then yeah, it's going to enable that. Yeah, and this deck, if it is the big spell Dragon Priest, which I don't see any indication that it's not as we're going here, they do not run Shower Death. That Corridor Creeper is going to go. He's going to go ham for a really long time. Even if it just picks off these two minions, that's not the worst.
I was talking to somebody earlier about starting a drinking game, and you take a shot for every mana crystal. The Corridor Creeper has been discounted. They informed me that you would beat it if you attempted that.
Probably. Assuming that both players are playing Corridor Creepers, maybe the match goes 5 games. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's a little bit of a help, something to actually buff and start to contest this board a little bit. The Keleseth pays off a little bit by having the 2 attack cleric rather than the 1 so it can actually do things like kill that corridor creeper. No dragon, but I guess it's whatever at this point. Blake Hall just needs to keep playing these minions, get something good off of Spiteful Summoner maybe
Hey,
to enable
Mustang,
Bone Mare.
can you
man.
screen share in the
Oh.
hangout so we can see a
Hot take
live view
Valspawn Slayer.
Well, that Circle of Healing is definitely not getting played.
like we
I
did
could
last
see
night?
a shadow set play into the Vile Spine. Just that 6 health, that 7 health cleric's just, it's a lot. There's not many other good plays, so it's either that or, I mean, SI7 agent's decent. You can activate him easily, but
Yeah, I think he's looking at Shadow Step, the deckhand, and the Valspine.
yeah. Yeah, why not? You get an extra 3 damage while you're at it, or yeah, 3 damage into trading or not. I mean, the Vile Spine protects the corridor creeper, so it's definitely reasonable to be doing this. I mean, if the game's ending before Bone Mare or Spiteful Summoner, then who cares?
Blake Hall's in a rough spot. There's no dragon for the operative. He doesn't. He already used the coin, so he can't use
No, I was
the Spiteful
actually wanting to see
Summoner.
the OBS.
Just not looking good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, so just gonna get the body out there and then pray for Spiteful Summoner to do the trick and not be dead. That's 11 damage on the other side, and well, we can see the extra 3 will be no problem between Dagger. Oh, okay, Blake Hall
Blake Hall
chooses to
doing the
take
math.
the heal to play around dying, and then all hopes are on Spiteful Summoner
Right?
to get either big 10 mana taunts, big 8 mana taunts.
I mean, he can get Tyrion.
Tyrion.
Back Light Lord.
He'd be dead with Tyrion.
Yeah.
There just doesn't seem to be much hope here.
Yeah. Well, now Blake Hall is definitely thinking his lucky stars that he killed last turn.
All right.
Yeah.
So, hey, Bungie, first match
Just the
is-
combination of drawing
is
patches and
is make sure we use
Queen
the red X and
Khelseth
not
didn't really
the green
pay
check
any
marks.
dividends because nothing else cheap got drawn
This
too
is,
quickly.
So pointless.
That is a
Well,
taunt.
it's a taunt.
It's pretty pathetic. What's it gonna summon from the deck?
Excellent, thank you.
Pull 2
Nothing.
Tar Creepers, or like it can pull a target. No, never mind.
Well,
Yeah, it can pull a Tar Creeper,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably the other cleric.
Yeah. True.
Okay, it's
Or
not
Duskbreaker.
terrible.
Alright, that is still a loss. Brilliant. It's nice that they came through with their buffs anyway. Okay. So pretty convincing win for the Rogue. Nice to take down Priest, and now Blake Hall has a Druid or a Warlock to respond with. Warlock seems like the Rogue answer
Definitely.
of choice. And then, yeah, I don't know what we'll see at that point. Hopefully Blake Hall can get the win with Warlock. Otherwise, yeah, that Rogue's just gone rampant at that point. Yeah, it kind of speaks to what Jammies was thinking about all along. Jammies banned Blake Hall's Rogue, led with Rogue, is hoping to get as many wins as possible with Rogue. Jamie seems to have big respect for Rogue.
Yeah,
and
I
its
heard a lot of
ability.
players complaining after last week that they got swept with Rogue, or
Yeah,
Rogue straight up just high rolled them for 2 games or whatever it may be. And
yeah. I
so,
mean, if it starts right out the gate with 2 wins, even that's the damage is basically done at that point. You're left with your counters for what ends up taking it down.
yeah, and a lot of times, one of my guys was playing Rogue last night, and I was like, "You better Swashbuckler and Ice Block against that mage, because otherwise you're going down."
Yep, no mage here tonight. Alternatively, I don't know when it comes to Druid. Blake Hall did ban Priest, but I mean the Warlock's still up, so I don't know if aggro Druid's the way to go. He picked it, obviously, so Yeah, it's aggro druid.
And we do have a mage in our rag match, so we will potentially get some mage action tonight.
Oh yeah. All right, let's see what aggro druid can do. Aggro druid, kind of a nice deck that it can kind of run Galaka Crawler without being worried about it one way or the other because of the beast synergy.
Everything's looking good right now.
Keeps Corridor Creeper going first.
And if Blake
Like
Hall can, just go wide, long enough to keep, get that living mana out,
Oh yeah.
it's pretty much his game. Because Rogue, they don't run, like Fan of Knives or anything like that anymore.
No.
Oh,
Hail, friend.
Not the one drop Blake Hall probably wanted, but not one to complain about.
Yeah, but definitely not a hand you want to see from Jamie. So
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, backstab's nice in the case of aggro druid, which I see. It's one Kelseth away from being incredible. So there's that. Nice. Yeah, I definitely want to backstab that pirate immediately. Prevent any Power of the Wild action. Ooh. Dire Mole shows up. Is it worth... Yeah, it's worth doing that next turn, right?
Yeah, I think you can just hero power down, because more than likely, the rogue is just going to hero power on turn 2.
hey, Bonja.
Yeah, I mean, draw's going to be necessary. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess the Firefly doesn't matter that much. It's probably not going to make the difference of killing a 3/5 Dire Mole.
Can you change the time? For Friday Night
Okay. Foregoing the dagger, just going wide makes sense. Decent amount.
And that Crypt Lord from Blake Hall, that might come in handy.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Oh, feels bad.
Feels bad. Drawing patches. He is a minion. Okay, there's the living man. This Crypt Lord. Yeah, I guess it's good as so long as you trade into that minstrel. And then yeah, if this Crypt Lord can stick, then pretty much set with the living mana. If there's no Vile Spine in the near future. Jammies can make a pretty big Edwin if Jammies wanted to, with patches, Shadow Step, replaying a 1-drop in Edwin, but I mean that play can be for whenever.
Yeah, you start chipping away at this Crypt Lord.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to.
Yeah, just continuing to go wide and having more minions like the chain gangs to help poke through.
Yeah, that living man is gonna hurt.
Yeah. Definitely will. And yeah, if a bunch of them survive, which they definitely will, then they can get buffed with Mark the Lotus, which will just be devastating. It's probably worth taking out one of these chain gangs with Dire Mole. Or is it?
No.
Because
gonna have
Crypt
to
Lord's
see-
not dead.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to send something into the Crypt Lord extra to kill it off. Like, it's not getting through just on board.
It would have had to have been Shadow Step plus Vile Spine, or the second backstab plus Vile Spine, so yeah.
I wonder.
So what is a Jammies to do in this scenario?
Ugh.
You don't want to be, well, killing the treants isn't even an option. I guess just Cobalt.
I mean, you could trade in.
Scalebane. Oh, just
wow.
Leroy, okay. I mean, hey, the downside's eliminated, so yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. I was thinking about Shadow Stepping one of the chain gangs after trading it, but
Yeah, Scalebane just wouldn't have been good. More likely to go on one of the weaker tokens, which would get taken out pretty easily. Oh my god, this is just disgusting.
Ugh.
Pretty much GG here. Maybe Blake Hall's nowhere near dying and can trade or go face or whatever with this board. Or just win next turn.
Yeah, Market Lotus and the Power of the Wild.
Yeah.
We need some games.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Jammies,
Concede.
I think. What was the. I don't know what health Jammies was at, but Jammies was probably.
at 8.
Would have had to do something stupid like Patch's SI7 agent, like something desperate like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was at 18, so he would have to clear off at least 3 or 4 minions just to get, one life. But then that would have opened him up to Savage Roar. He would have been dead anyway.
Yep. So Blake Hall takes one down with Aggro Druid, and yeah, I guess now it's Jammy's turn to respond with Warlock. More likely than not. And yeah, that's pretty rough for Aggro Druid. Warlock has more than enough AoE, and if they can pull off a Void Lord, then yeah, I don't know if Blake Hall. One silence is probably reasonable. I don't know that you can run much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see. So then, yeah, in theory, if Jammies is able to take that one, then it'll just be Blake Hall left with a Warlock to beat. Fellow Warlock, fellow Druid.
Malfurion versus
Nemzi!
Yep, there's Nemzi.
Let's have some fun.
I must protect the wild.
Oh, wow. Ditches the pirates. Just keeps Mark of Sarge, trying to find either Enchanted Raven or Dire Maul. I mean, yeah, Patches does leave you forever liable to be cleared by Defile, so that's it's an interesting move from Blake Hall trying to find those beasts. Jammies has a very nice hand.
Definitely.
I mean, wow, Defile, Mortal Coil, Plated Beetle, even Dirty Rat.
Terrible.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't pull Corridor Creeper or what is the Bitter Tide Hydra? So yeah, basically after around turn 5 or thereabouts, maybe Dirty Rat might just be fine.
Yeah, hell, a lot of decks have been cutting the Bitter Tide Hydra.
Yep.
job's done.
Yeah, I mean, you have to kind of question how good Bitter Tide Hydra is actually against something like Warlock. When it comes to turn 5, like they might just be putting a Void Lord in its way, and yeah.
Well, I mean, you
So-
could just easily die to a Defile depending on how your board looks.
Oh yeah, of course there's that too. Yeah, it hurts. Dire Maul, Mark of Yshar. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Just hope not to draw that Patches again.
Done.
Okay, this is some reasonable stuff. I mean, both Mark of Yshar is nice. Druid of the Swarm's another beast to do it with. Yeah. Jammies is not too concerned about this Dire Maul.
Not at all.
Ideally, Blake Hall would like to force a Hellfire this turn prior to the Living Mana. Is the mark coming down on the... I would think so, yeah. Now, this does not really tempt a Hellfire, but I mean, if you can play around that, that's fine too. If you can if you're bored enough to the point where it can't be cleared.
Out of my jungle!
Yeah, Voidwalker, why not?
Yeah.
It's a little iffy for Jammies, but I mean, with Defile, Mortal Coil, and Hellfire in hand, setting up one AoE at some point is going to be pretty straightforward.
I wonder if...
Nimsy is right. This is a very difficult decision.
Yeah.
Why do you call?
Yeah, Yeah, and just chill back on these plated beetles. Probably you never know how their health totals might help you with Vile. That's an interesting one. Cryptlord, maybe Cryptlord, Bloodsail Corsair, and Mark of the Lotus.
Yeah.
You could even throw that 2/2 patches into the plated beetle after you bust down the taunts, depending on whether you think it might make you a bit better off. Captain,
Pirate's Cove.
yeah.
He's just gonna go wide. He's gonna really try to bait the Hellfire this time.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess Cryptlord's not very aggressive, so this definitely adds the pressure quickly. Okay. Just gonna dim it now.
I mean,
The
it's still
Hellfire,
defense.
which, yeah, the Hellfire alone's not enough. It would have to be Hellfire and Defile, and then at that point, I guess Blake Hall figures out just hopefully. So let's see.
I mean, that's
Is
the only cool for you.
there? If there was a 5 health minion, Defile would be fine with just the Mortal Coil. Oh, there can be a 5 health minion if a plated beetle trades, but then there's no 2 health minion.
Oh, there's no 3 health minion if he trades the.
If either plated beetle gets
Yeah.
traded in, it won't be good. So there's no way to clear with just the coil and Defile, right? What about Hellfire and Coil and leaving up?
I mean, he could have coiled the patches, would have killed everything except for the 4/5 and the 4/6.
Yeah. Oh, not trading in the plated beetle before. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, whatever. Just gonna be Defile. Yeah, so ended up having to use the coin, use the Hellfire, use the Defile, and that's exactly what Blake Hall was trying to get at.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, good on Blake Hall for really demanding a huge response. Don't know how special the living mana is going to be. It'll take a couple of turns, but good news is Jamie has to tap. Oh, okay. Just gonna make some big Crypt Lords to make a ever imposing threat of Savage Roar.
He's just gonna try to get real greedy. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it.
I could see this, I suppose. Jammies feeling brave. I think Jammies is feeling brave. Jammies actually knows the Flame Elementals in hand, so yeah, that's actually quite smart. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're
Yeah, you just
gonna
trade off
living
by
mana.
living mana.
Yeah, living mana, and you'll still have the mana left for hero power, and you'll throw these Crypt Lords in, obviously. Okay.
Because they're never dying.
Yeah, yeah, they're actually never really going to be dying unless Twisting Nether does come down. Jamie's just needs to get to turn 9 and then 10 at this point. Let's see if that can happen. That's kind of nice in a pinch. You can hit with that and coil it off to get a free draw. Or would
Yeah.
you rather get the 8 health? Because it just depends on how scared you are. Because Blake Hall's going to have 3 mana next turn.
Yeah, I mean, you only get like, you know, what we see would be a top deck Savage Roar.
Top deck Savage Roar.
But, yeah.
Ultimately, yeah, I mean, if you tap, you could get a chance at Defile, in which case having killed off your Dirty Rat would be no bueno.
Yeah, I
But
think
it's
you always
either...
tap first.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if a Lackey comes up, there's not enough mana to kill it with Dark Pact. Okay. I think that trade says that, yeah, I'm Mortal Coil my guy.
Oh,
That's unfortunate. And he killed his Dark Pact, unfortunately, but it's not like it was really... Oh, Nemsy. Just too funny. I gotta go to Fireside.
yeah, I
So
gotta-
1 damage off.
Hmm. Impressive. You win this time.
Had a little scare there. Not that anyone had to know, but we're good.
Small panic attacks.
Alright, Druid Mirror. Let's see what Jammies ended up bringing. I could definitely see a slower armor-based Druid. Yeah.
Yep. That's
Given
what it
that-
is.
Given that he left up Priest, Jammies would have definitely liked a counter if that
I
first
must
game went
protect
south.
the wild. Nature must be
So
preserved.
I'm generally thinking, I haven't done a ton of testing or looked at too many stats, but Aggro Druid is beating Jade Druid, even an armor-based one, more often than not, right? I mean, I guess it's just ramp to spreading plague or die.
Yeah.
As
James
is
isn't really
always
a
the
terrible
case.
hand. He's got ramp, he's got armor, he's got swipe.
Yeah, Jammies kept the Blossom and also the Oaken Summons, definitely 2 cards that you're going to want, even though they kind of pair together kind of weird without the coin, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Blake Hall just needs a beast. Thinking about, yeah, I think the coin's going to be better reserved for maybe even like Captain and into Captain. That'd be pretty strong.
Definitely.
Assuming no Galakas are afoot, which... Yeah, Galaka's a tough card to afford with Oaken Summons.
Yeah, he's gonna play around the Galaka. He's gonna go wide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna save the coin, maybe for future buff plays with Power of the Wild, etc., etc. But it's not showing up. But that is a beast, so might just want to go for the draw, get the big guy, the potential buffers. There are 4 of them, so any buff drawn at any time is going to be a big deal.
What to do?
Yeah, Spreading Plague is not for a little while longer, so this might be the turn where Blake Hall wants to continue to go wide, but there might not be a way to stop going wide and trading things off after, so...
Trust the pilot.
It's either trade or don't trade.
Oh, you never trade. Oh, come on.
Oh, I think if you were going to trade, you would have done it with the elementals rather than the. Yeah, like your pirates are just so much better with the second South Sea captain,
you play
especially.
around Spreading Plague.
Oh my god, that Jasper Spellstone is such a good draw. Oh man. Just amazing. Yeah, you're definitely gonna play it. How awkward with those two ultimate infestations. Well, if you can get to one of them, you'll probably have one, so that's nice. Just the quest to get to turn 10 for Jammies here. Oh my god. Mark of Lotus is really good. I think
You just go wild and you just go wide and then buff with Mark of the Lotus.
Yeah, I think Blake Hall just has to not care about the potential of spreading plague here, and just go wide, do the Mark of the Lotus, and then you could trade some of these off. Or yeah, you could trade all of them off, and then who cares?
Okay, now he's starting to play around Spreading Plague.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's reasonable. Wow, that wild growth is surprisingly amazing. It makes sense to swipe and clear things at the earliest convenience because like things just keep getting buffed more and more. It's not like there's many 1 health minions anyway. Alright, Blake Hall's gonna get the draw. Seems good.
Corridor Creeper, alright.
Corridor Creeper not looking so great.
You don't want to
Please,
see a 5 when you have an empty hand. So, and
Yeah,
nothing to
Blake-
trade your.
Just giving us a little heart attacks, it's fine. That was a good top deck. Power of the Wild, and that was the one thing that made that Enchanted Raven hit. No bueno. Yeah, no reason to be trading into that guy there, just... Yeah, so a second swipe would be the best, and then hilariously a Corridor Creeper would get Ultimate Infestation.
Aside from a top deck Living Man, I think Corridor Creeper is going to come down regardless. Or just top deck another Creeper.
Yep, another Corridor Creeper, which of course, perfect ultimate infestation target, and the 4/4 killing the This is kind of lights out here. Even if Living Mana was to be drawn now, the odds of drawing into a Spreading Plague are similar. Oh, Naturalize.
Well, he is running Bittertide Hydra. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, you throw it out there, hoping if it's going to get dealt with between that and the Ghoul, then at least maybe your Creeper's surviving for who knows what, but yeah. Naturalize might not even be the worst. I mean,
Yeah, but you really don't want your aggro opponent to be drawing 2 cards.
no, you don't. Yeah, I mean, why not? Just Ironwood Golem and then trade 5/5 into 5/5.
I mean, you set up to kill that Bittertide next turn. with
Mhm.
either Aya or the 5/5 golem. So
Yeah, and if your golem's getting dealt with, that's fine. You'll have Jade Golem. You'll trade off some more, and then at that point, even if there's a living mana, you could probably just outrace at that stage. Huh? Not the top deck we wanted to see.
nope.
Pretty useless, going to die for free. Essentially. Yeah, and now that you can deal with the board, what's Jammies have to worry about? Jammies could really even just do like a Fandral Jade Idol Nourish thing now. I'd really like to see that.
Yeah.
Wild Growth is okay.
I mean, what is he looking for? Like he has. I mean, other than spreading plague, the
Branching
eventual-
paths
Yeah.
with that double armor. Or were there possible lethals abusing this Bitter Tide Hydra? I don't think so.
No, 'cause that's only 13. Like if you were to
Yeah.
swipe. So
Yep, throwing in the Aya in there makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This game.
Whatever, Direwolf. Direwolf's just staring down a bunch of big green men. Big green elephant. Okay, so it looks like Armor Druid's gonna make the difference here. And stop the aggro Druid and bring it down to whatever Blake calls Warlock is now will have to do the trick. Nice.
Use the ultimate infestation for lethal. Alright.
And he's not even milling. Okay. Well, it all comes down to this. It'll be a 3-2 one way or the other.
Yeah, typically this favors the Warlock, so it'll be interesting to see how this is played out.
Yeah, is that assuming that it's Q block?
I don't know.
Or that
I'm pretty sure
or
that-
either or they play Skulking Geist?
Yeah, I mean the Skulking Geist is definitely a big deal, but even if they like don't draw into it, in a reasonable amount of time, it's very easy for the Druid to just get outpaced and just can't get through all the Voidwalker after Voidwalker.
Yeah. Yeah, as good as Jades are. Ball in it. That's a gadget saying. Yeah. But whatever, we'll see. If it is Q block without silence, which is definite considering the Oaken summons, then yeah. Cubes could be a huge nightmare. Whether they get guard or not.
Nemzi!
Okay, Doomsayer, that's a little bit different. This is a pretty anti-aggro warlock.
Let's have some fun.
I guess Doomsayer is just good to set up
My greeting.
different turns. Oh wow, an early Rin could
Hiya,
make a
friend.
huge difference.
Oh yeah. You draw that
Who needs
Doomsayer on
Skulking?
5,
You just
4,
destroy
and going out Rin.
everything. Yeah. Maybe even find a second Rin with that Stonehill Defender. Why not? Well, James has definitely a decent. You never complain about Wild Growth or Aya, I would say. I think Blake Hall will tap.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play. And if
Other-
Jamie's-
un-
if Jamie's
Unless
a
you want to
smart,
stop Oaken Summons.
Yeah. If Jamie's a smart, he'll keep one Jade Idol in his hand for when that Rin does come down.
True, although not all Warlocks are playing Rin.
Well, once he sees it, he might.
Oh,
think about
yeah.
keeping the second one.
Yeah, definitely. Stonehill Defender. Yeah.
Out of my jungle.
So. Oh.
That was
I mean, I guess
terrible.
you just take Felguard for the late game.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Silverback Patriarch. Okay.
Any beast synergy? I mean, it might just never get played, or if you're in a position where your hand's that full, you'll just play the Silverhand Patriarch over the Stonehill Defender.
It's like I'll just take another Stonehill that doesn't do anything.
Yep. Exactly. Blake Hall's at 10 cards now, so actually, if the Stonehill Defender gets played, yeah, this is Silverback Patriarch's time to shine. Not power creep anymore because your hand has 10 cards in it. It's ridiculous.
Golems are a girl's best friend.
Silverback Patriarch.
See, I didn't hate, just dropping the Doomsayer, but
Unlucky for.
I wonder if...
You wonder if Rin's going to work. Oh, thinking about Doomsayer. I mean, yeah, put Doomsayer up behind that other Stonehill Defender, and I think it's going off. And yeah, that'll definitely slow down the Druid player. Kind of a misordering here, but it's whatever. Probably weren't playing whatever taunt you got.
take Eaton for the potential Doomsayer. Aw.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess it just took taunt available.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we're just gonna ramp. Just gonna ramp, not care, get that 4/4 out. Kill things for fun. Why not? Kill that Patriot. I can't believe that. If Rin is played and killed, Blake Hall's milling a card. I guess it's now or never, though. Or you could have played Librarian and wasted the coin, but coin's probably going to be better reserved for these Void Lords. Back to back, I would think. It all depends. All depends. Yeah, I really don't think Blake Hall's going to be at liberty to be playing these seals.
Yeah, he's gonna mill him a card, so.
Gonna get milled. Starting to get punched in the face now. Jambies really did get quite a few Jades. Got the Jade Idol for starters.
It's alright. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Stuff with the hand, so.
Whatever.
But Jamie's like, yes, I burned a lackey.
Yeah, slight misordering here and there, but
Yeah.
could
Not
matter.
drawing first.
Yeah, that Defile's not doing much. Does Blake Hall want to use a Dark Pact? Nah. Just to stabilize and maybe open up the... Well, I mean, you're going to coin into a Void Lord next turn, so you don't panic like that.
Alright, and there's the UI and the Naturalize, so we can mill some more cards.
Yep, just got to dump the hand. Thin the deck with Oaken Summons. Oh, nice. Just keep dumping the hand, I guess, yeah. Get rid of that 1 health Jade for sure. Or not.
Yeah.
That seemed worth consideration, but I guess Defile is not obviously doing a 10 anyway, unless something gets to 3 health. Oh, I'm gonna coin the Nether.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't hate that play.
Yeah, I mean, the board was pretty threatening. Coining the Lord, it would have been dealt with pretty easily, and it's not like Gul'dan or N'Zoth is in hand yet. so that you could know that you'd be bringing them both back.
man.
Oh my god. 2 Arcane Tyrants off the Ultimate Infestation. You just cleared it. You just played as Twisting Nether. Oh no.
That's lethal. Oh no, it's not. Never mind.
Nat-
About the
Naturalizing it, yeah, you can through so much. Naturalize is a very interesting option there. So what is it? That's a branching paths over there,
yeah.
I think. There's also Malfurion. You could Malfurion and you don't want to naturalize though.
No, trading here actually plays really hard into Defile.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Like, literally everything can be cleared with a Defile.
with the Defile. If Defile's getting played, then yeah, at least something else isn't. Something more powerful. Yeah, but Cal's got lots of seals to catch up on here. Well,
Okay.
technically,
No, later on Defile with the trade there.
no, Defile can still happen. You just need to get one of the 5 health
yeah.
guys to 4. Pretty easy. And then I guess what is it? Just going to be a seal, Gnome Feratu.
That seems good.
Hope
you
that Gnome
trade
Feratu
the
gets
second
something good. The other Jade Idol.
Oh,
It's there.
yeah.
There's only 8 cards.
Sweet.
It's terrible. That's one way Druid can swing that back around. If they can build up a board and branching paths +1/+1.
Yeah, it's true. I've actually gotten, I think more often than not, actually, that's the Druid finds lethal in these tougher setups, and it's one of the better ways to make Spreading Plague productive. Okay. Spreading Plague here rather than just like Ironwood Golem and Jade Behemoth, huh? Wonder why.
Yeah, I think he's holding the naturalize for the 10/10 that will inevitably come out. If this game goes long enough. I mean, not that you want to naturalize either of the 2 minions that were on board.
True. Well, good on Blake Hall for playing double Twisting Nether. That'll definitely be, it'll be good. It's kind of nice for Blake Hall now. You can just kind of chill back on this this Void Lord, which isn't so threatened like the first one is. Just be able to finally breathe and play these seals unless something there comes along, like Gul'dan. What does Jammies have over there? Oh, there's the naturalize, but yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna use the naturalizers now.
Could go for it, and then swipe's really not that bad. You can clear the board a bit, get one of the it's either
Death is eternal.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, just continuing trying to find good moments to be using the Spreading Plague. Okay. Yeah, it goes for the 6/6 over the hero power, can't really be blamed. Alright, what is a Blake Hall to do? Geist showed up, so that's nice. Is there a Defile here to be set up? You got 1 health, 2 health. Gnome Feratu can go into a 1/5 to make it into a 3, and then Oh, but then if either of the Void Walkers goes in to a Scarab to make it a 4, then you just lost your 3. Oh no, but the 2/1 can go into the Oak. Does this do it? No.
The Hellfire does.
Yeah. I think Defile could have cleared though, right? I think the 2/1 would have gone into the 3/6 taunt. It was currently at 3/5 though. It would have gone down to 3/3 and yeah, then if Gnome Feratu went into one of the Scarabs, she would have been at 1 health. A Voidwalker was at 2. A Scarab would have been at 3. Another Scarab would have been at 4 because the other Voidwalker hit it, and then one of the Scarabs still would have been at 5, and the Jade was at 6. So yeah, Defile could have done it alone.
Yeah, and Jamie's getting really close to lethal here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's looking nice
Twisting
right now.
Nether question
Feels
mark.
Yeah, I think it has to be. I mean, you're still dead next turn if you don't heal, but
yeah. Otherwise, it's like Hellfire, Spellstone, and then at that point, you've left the Fandral up more likely than not, and yeah, Fandral staying up, then there could be some Jade Idol shenanigans. Yeah, it's just Twisting Nether. Don't tap either. Or do you? You might be desperate to get closer to Gul'dan.
Yeah, but you haven't
He's gonna
seen
be
his life
dead,
yet. Yeah, I mean, he's like the entire way through his deck at this point.
Okay.
You know that he has to have at least one swipe.
Nemsy has such a good attitude.
Unless she wins. She's a snide winner.
Alright, so yeah, Jammies wound up taking it after going down a few games in a row there to the Aggro Druid. And yeah, Jammies team next level was the one up 12-1 in this series beforehand, so now they're up 15-3. Team next level is doing really well this week. You love to get a big win like that.
Oh, definitely.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess we could talk. We're going to talk about the next match in not the most exciting way here coming, but we can talk about this one a little bit now, I guess, here. So, yeah, so Ink, you're more familiar with last year's stand. We talked about the one point where Jammies had won initially with the Rogue, and Blake Hall chose to respond with the Aggro Druid instead of that Control Warlock. In hindsight, having seen the whole series, do you see any big reason for that?
I think it's more because Rogue can just get there. Like if they just build a big board early and you draw dead, you don't get a lackey on 5, coin Dark Pact, whatever. You don't find your removal, anything like that. Rogue can just literally get there. Valspawn Slayers can wreck you, stuff like that. So I think the Aggro Druid is definitely the smarter choice there.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go wide against Rogue, it's really hard for them to deal with it. Barring trading their entire board into yours, plus using cards inefficiently a lot of times. So yeah, I really like the Aggro Druid pick there.
Mm-hmm.
Holding off on that Control Warlock, knowing that with Jamie's bringing Druid, he probably has a better matchup with that anyway. But yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah. And I actually noticed something more now too, after having seen that last match where Blake Hall finally revealed his Warlock against that Druid. Blake Hall's Warlock we saw had the Rin, had the double Twisting Nether. That Warlock was really well built for the mirror more than anything, and not quite as much against the Rogue. So yeah, that does make a lot more sense looking back now. In hindsight through the whole series. And then yeah, the Armor Druid was totally built to counter Priest more than anything. It managed to be Aggro Druid. It managed to be the Control Warlock, not Cube. So we got some sad news for the next match we would have had, which was Tweeg from Maple Syrup Inc. versus Nick Elias from Defias Brotherhood. They had their challenge up, and Tweeg the challenge to go into the collection, presumably to fix something that was wrong. Maybe supposed to have a deck built, the deck wasn't built, band wasn't built. But yeah, that leads to a DQ. So the rule is, as we have it on the website, once a series has begun, players may not cancel the challenge and exit to the main menu until all games have been completed. If a player disconnects or has to restart the game client, that player must immediately recommence the series without entering the collection manager. If a player enters the collection manager once the series has begun, they will receive a 0-3 disqualification loss. So, yeah, unfortunately, our second match is going to be a match loss and a DQ due to that. So kind of a bummer, but always good to be reminded of these rules. Talk to your captain, read them, record them on an audio tape, and let it play while you sleep. That's what I do usually. So, yeah.
Yeah, Slimsh's nighttime playlist is ASMR of the THL.
Yeah, I got Brasky to to read. Wouldn't that be great?
We need to
Anyway.
get on that.
Yeah. So that's about that. We talked about the match, but tomorrow in the afternoon we have Salty Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. That's going to feature a Ragnaros League match between Jasper from Peppercoin Concede against Hockey Boys from Bloodbath and Beyond. So that'll be a really good one to catch. Hockey Boys has been talking in this THL chat and that THL chat and Discord about some of the spicy decks he's thinking about bringing. He submitted Warrior. He feels really good about Warrior. Oh, hold please. The stream might not be over.
Yeah, we might have a special presentation for everyone.
Afterward, there will be a Sylvanas League match on Salty Saturday. Cyclometh, which sounds terrifying, on Team Black Lotus versus Nate from Tan Pam Surf Slam, one of the community favorites, I think, from just the way it sounds. Yeah, so don't want to create any false optimism here, but there might be a potential for something else to happen in the stream. We might not be going bye-bye just yet. All right, what else is there to say? Let's see what else is going on in the league this week.
Let's talk about how the noobs are doing.
All right,
give everybody a noob report.
Noobs had horrible first week. I had my match against Bond tonight, barely eked out a 3-2 win, very nearly got reverse swept in what would have been very, very frustrating. See how many priests have been banned this week? 17. About matching the remainder of the classes that were banned. Okay. Thermic Whims is up 8 points to 2 against Team Xynergy. That's a red versus red division match going on, so Xynergy needs to bounce back pretty hard with their middle 3 seeds. Team Next Level is going up pretty well against Thundergun Express.
Welcome to my
Team Next Level has a sub in their 1 seed who is able to take down Misadventure 3-1 Excelsior. Also, fun fact, Jammies, who just played for the Sylvanas League, Team Next Level. Team Next Level is also a Ragnaros team. And Jammies also plays there. Lots of subs this week, actually. Subs for Maple Syrup Inc. going on. What's going on up in the blue division? Yeah, we mentioned Hearthstone Academy, really nice guys having a close one. Texas Stubbies versus Dirty Mike and the boys. That's a really exciting one. the players between those two teams are all pretty friendly with one another. That's close. 5-4 for Dirty Mike and the boys' favor. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a little mid-meta report. So, yeah, 4 classes. Mage just barely cracked double digits with 11 submissions this week. Last week, that's a huge drop from last week. All right, there is going to be a show match between Tweeg and Nikolaius, and it's ready to go. So yeah, let's just get right in. I'm assuming they're gonna have the same classes they were going to play before.
And just to remind everybody, this is not for point or anything like
Nope.
that. This is literally they're here. They were ready to play. Something unfortunate happened. We're still going to let them play. It's just not going to count, towards the actual match points.
Wow, I have a lot of respect for Tweeg for that. I don't know Tweeg really yet, but I have a lot of respect for someone who ran into the DQ rule like that and didn't run offline angry. Like, you could totally understand someone doing that. They're going to give the people a show, so good on Tweeg. So yeah, we're ready to go at any point that they are. And yeah, so Tweeg had brought Druid, Paladin, Rogue, and Warlock. No Priest, huh? I'm about to double check this now. If you're one of the 8 people that didn't bring Priest, this warrants watching or double checking. Yeah, it's true. Okay. Tweeg's ranked 1. Tweeg definitely knows what's up. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like we should ask him. It's like, did you submit your classes correctly? Did you mean to not bring Priest?
Priest is pretty darn good. Nikolaius on Defiance Brotherhood brought Mage, Priest, Rogue, and Warlock. So, yeah, fun to see Mage. I'm excited to see what Nikolaius decided to do with it. Whether it's straight up Secret Mage, Big Spell Mage, and then in turn, assuming Tweeg has the same decks that he had planned on, how hard Tweeg is committing to beating up this mage with Eater, and if that goes well.
Yeah. Now, Eater of Secrets isn't as big of a tech in Last Hero Standing.
Oh no, definitely not.
And
Yeah, it's definitely much more of a conquest type deal.
Yeah, and I've had to have conversations with people, on my team and otherwise. Like, when you're planning for a Last Hero Standing match, if you're planning on bringing a tech card, you need to put it in more than one deck.
Yeah.
Because if you only put it in one deck and that deck happens to get banned, there goes your tech card. And you're the one matchup you were teching for clearly is going to have the upper hand at that point. So putting your tech cards in more than one deck, especially for those of you who are new to the Last Hero Standing, put your tech card in more than one deck.
Yeah. Good advice. So they're in the match. Jumping in here, they might not be showing up for you immediately because I think they need to accept the friend request of our broadcaster, but we'll be working on that.
Oh, Matt Damon's here. Tweeg brought a zoo.
A zoo, you said?
Yes.
Oh, man.
A double flame imp. Darkshire Councilman. He kept the Spellbreaker off the mulligan.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Nikolaius has the Galaka Crawler going on. Probably has plenty of those in all the decks against Rogue here. Not going to play it now, obviously. Okay, well, Zoo's definitely a pretty reasonable matchup for Control Warlock due to all the AoE, and because of that, this Councilman is a pretty smart play. Just try and get as much pressure off with this guy.
Yeah, I mean it's an empty board. I mean, there's no reason not to.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Skelemancer, interesting. Okay.
I love me some Skelemancer. I used to run it in mid-range Paladin.
Yeah.
Just because you go Skelemancer and the Spike Ridge Steed, it's just ridiculous.
It's kind of weird. Good with Bone Mare, it'll definitely show as long as that Doomguard doesn't get played. That Doomguard's gonna probably wait a very long time for Malchezaar Simp to show up. Tap? Okay. Drawing with the Kobold. I guess Hellfire would be a little premature. It's basically set up now, so.
Yeah. And I think Tweak is going to see that, and he's going to try to play around it a little bit. But now that he has that Creeper in his hand, he's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, kill one of these to at least force something to happen against that Councilman.
Oh.
Trading there. I mean, File was going to happen one way or the other. Coil would happen one way or the other. Seems a little strange.
An acidic Swamp Ooze for Nikolaius.
Hellfire? Ooze is nice to tech against the Q block mirror. Also, should probably. Oh, the bands will be in the. So Tweeg has his Druid band. Nikolaius has the Priest band. Okay, so both still have Warlock, both have Rogue. Tweeg has Paladin, Nikolaius has the Mage. Wonder what Nikolaius is thinking right now. Okay, gets that Galaka Crawler out there. I mean, if you see something like Skelemancer come out on the board, are you no longer thinking that pirates are in the picture?
I think so. I mean, you gotta cut something somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe Nikolaius just wants to have a minion out on the board to make like a... Just have like Siphon and Dark Pact available next turn if you need to be that defensive to try and go into Twisty Nether into Void Lord.
One new card's not terrible.
No. Yeah, I mean, as long as the other one, if the other one's there, then unfortunately the Skelemancer might not get buffed up. We'll see. And Nether's going to be kind of sad.
I don't know. Bone Mirror comes down next turn. So.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
That's perfect. It'll still get buffed, but yeah, Nether will be a Nether. Wow, that was a pretty bold tap, I have to say. Like with double Nether, Void Lord, and Gul'dan in your hand, I think you can play it as safe as possible, and
I don't like the trade there.
That would tend to be the way to go. Maybe like a Doomguard tap Soulfire. Oh, interesting. I saw this card on Ladder today, and I had a medieval weapon equipped. It made it better. It's not something you see every day. This is a egg. Okay, well that's just gonna be death. So Nerubian Unravel.
Yeah, it shuts down Ultimate Infestation pretty good.
Oh, it does. That's a really weird zoo deck. Very mid to top end. Like, wow.
Got a lot more staying power against, the control decks, but has enough early game to, keep you in it against more aggro decks.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, you've got your Kobolds, you've got your Flame Imps, your Void Walkers, your Malchezaar's Imps, and I guess that's enough. Who knows if there are ever pirates in there. Now Tweak's going to give the Paladin a run. Paladin's one of those classes, a lot of people are questioning whether it should get brought to THL. The fourth class is... Some people think It's for sure rogue, for sure druid, but
Side effects.
I don't know, some people are sticking by old
Trust me.
Uther.
I think the hard counter that Druid gives Priest makes it a solid top 3 deck.
Yeah,
But
I feel pretty good about
The
druid.
light
Plus, you can always go
burns.
aggro,
We
Yeah.
fight.
have its place that way. It's a flexible class. Paladin, I'm going to say it's not so flexible, but it looks like Tweeg is bringing more of a mid-range thing here, probably with the Bone Mare. Maybe not running Divine Favor. Might even have Finge. I haven't seen that in a while. Used to be all the rage.
I'm gonna play around the file here.
Yep. Seems good, setting up a pretty nice Murloc board pre-Hellfire. Sure to get some damage in at least. Well, the Mistress, I think you put the Mistress because that Librarian is a really nice way to set up the file basically at any time you want to if there's a 2 health minion. Or you could say both to guarantee it all.
And I think at this point you can drop the Galactic Crawler next turn.
Oh, well, I guess if one of these is trading in, and you've got Mistress of Mixtures with Defile, so yeah. Guess that's fine. Ooh, that Rallying Blade's a little tempting to keep, but eh. Could have just been Hydrologist with a secret. Yeah. Really hoping to set up a Defile here, but it's getting increasingly difficult.
He's trying real hard.
If that protector comes down, it's almost assured unless you can get redemption off that Hydrologist. Redemption or... Yeah, it has to be redemption. Although, if they hit into it, then they've got what they need for Defile, so... Guess
The light dims.
redemption doesn't matter a ton at that point. But the Tide Caller will come back.
You just send it all face.
Yeah, is there much reason to trade?
I think the Protector will come back first. It technically is the first one to die.
Yeah, I actually don't know how that works. Oh yeah, okay, it activates immediately once it dies, and keeps
And then
going,
it'll die all over.
and then it'll die all over again.
Side effects.
Yeah, not tapping here.
Trust me.
Oh,
um,
playing around Divine Favor probably
oh
would have been
man.
the way to go. The loneliest, gentlest Megasaur. Or
I think
gentlest.
Nikolai is in a really good position here. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, there's 2 Bone Mare in hand, but you know. Oh
Yeah,
my
those
God.
Bone Mares aren't looking so hot.
Reporting for duty.
If you trade, and you've lost what could have been a hopeful Bone Mare target. The board probably wasn't going to remain, but
I mean, do you ever
Tweak
just
through
defile
way for
and
sure.
play the seal?
or I mean, you could tap. Or oh yeah, play a seal, play a double. You could double trade, play a seal, play a beetle. Highly doubt this game will really come down to the seal, but
Right. But at least it's it's a 2/2 and then a 3/3 minion on the board.
I don't know. Exodia might be in there.
Pinch of death.
Oh, interesting. It's a Spiteful Summoner, so there's a Dino size.
Ooh,
Potentially, anyway.
that's not great.
Call the arms.
Gadgets and Gazette. All
Hey.
Okay. All right, that's pretty good for a class that draws cards.
Yeah. So let's see here now. Spellstone, not upgraded, still useful.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a Jade Druid list with Daring Reporter going around.
Yeah, I saw Hockey Boys mention a Daring Reporter build in the The chat. Oh, so you Daring Reporter and Naturalize or something?
Yeah, Daring Reporter, Naturalize, and then it's still good against Warlock or Priest or in those classes that just draw cards all the time.
It's very funny. Daring Reporter.
Yeah, I think I saw Firebat and Anzalay running it at varying points yesterday.
Oh boy. What a meme. Alright, well, any way to clear the board really here. Defile seems to be the choice. Defile and Seal, I guess. Voidlord hasn't died. Voidlord hasn't died, but N'Zoth would be summoning back two Beetles and 2 Mistresses at this point. So maybe we'll see that. I think this will be a Twisting Nether.
Yeah.
Maybe even Dark Pact? I don't see why not. If you happen to draw Lackey, you've got other ways to kill him. You got the Spellstone and Hellfire.
Yeah, but you saw Tweeg just hero power on turn 6. So I mean, you know that his hand is pretty heavy. I mean, you saw the Bone Mare fall, you saw the Creeper already.
Yeah.
You can assume that he has some pretty high end stuff.
There's more than likely no need.
Yeah,
No
I don't
need
think
to
you
get
need
that
Dark Pact
health
right now.
because yeah, you've got Healthfire plus the Spellstone to clear another board. Which, I mean, the case next turn will probably just be the Bone Mare hero power. Yeah, Nikolai's goes with the Dark Pact. Can probably just play N'Zoth without worrying. Oh, what a shame for that quarter.
Always a turn too late.
That's going to encourage him to play the Call to Arms now. Plus, that's nice. I mean, you thin your deck out. Who knows what this deck has? It has Dino Size, I guess. It has, I don't know, Curator?
Maybe.
I could see it. I mean, this is just a totally reasonable Hellfire, but you could just play N'Zoth and get your Beetles and your Mistresses back. You saw the one Megasaur get played, so...
Yeah.
Or just Hellfire, Seal. Up to the 4th Seal now. There's 6 Seals, correct? Yes.
Correct.
Right? Well, that's kind of neat too now, is that Gul'dan will bring back these demons also.
We'll probably see a Siphon Soul when it's Spellstone played here.
Yep. Pretty straightforward stuff in Mortal Coil. Mortal Coil and then just tap.
I like this. Yeah, I guess you don't need to use Spellstone right now.
Tap for stars. Now the Void Lords are showing up just as the Lackey appeared. I mean, yeah.
Oh.
2 Lord Peacekeepers. Oh, this card.
Reporting for duty.
This is definitely a different Paladin going on here.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see Tweeg hit that bottom right here.
Ah, he drew the other Void Lord. Oh, I mean, hey,
Not.
that's something.
Yeah, that's the hell of a shot deck.
Probably just end up playing N'Zoth, but
Reporting for duty.
or maybe Gul'dan's even better. You have some of those sealed to bring back, which are good, and you'll have more than enough taunts in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine. And then obviously, like, you get the hero power, so.
A bargain forged in blood.
Hero power is definitely good to have.
Nicely done.
A tweaked deck is gonna get blown up.
No.
Oh, okay. Still not getting through. Well, the 1/1 will get through. That's nice. Looks like Nikolais was really a fan of having the really good Warlock control deck built for the mirror in this match also, which it turned out to be Zoo. Funny how that works. So 7, 9, no. Not lethal. Even Nizoth would have been tempting there, I think.
Yeah, I think you'll probably
Just
see
like-
that come down this turn.
Just suicide a bunch of your board off. It was pretty easy to suicide stuff off and then get your death rattles back. But
Nicely done.
whatever. I think he set up lethal like this, so
Yeah.
always good. Those dudes are not Murlocs. You know, I'm actually considering like the flavor types that Blizzard's gone with. I'm really surprised that it'd probably just be way too broke if there was a way to transform overhand recruits into Murlocs. That'd be so cool, though. Oh, that'd be so cool. Darn it. I wish I could design cards sometime. Just gotta get an Alex here, I guess. So, Nikolai's has that mage left, has rogue left. And the rogues. Both the rogues come out. I'm a little partial to Tweak here. I'm gonna be honest. I have not ever played a single game with Maev. Very loyal to Valera. Just gonna throw that out there.
Patches in here for Nikolaius. Oh no, you got it off the mulligan. Okay.
Oh, was that a Vile Spine keep?
That was.
That's
I guess,
that's
I
a
mean,
little.
on the coin. Why not?
I mean, he got the Kaliseth and Pirate anyway, so whatever. Clearly, Nikolaius knows. Okay, so Tweak's playing the slightly, ever so slightly heavier version with the Lich King. Golden Lich King, that's nice. Definitely backstab that Kaliseth, just in case. You never know if Shadow Step's coming off the top.
Exactly.
The pirates code.
And this is nice.
That's just in case.
Backstab right back. Got the captain a little bit superior to the swashbuckler here. Oh, get that Patches back. Get Sonya out there. Or
Blow goes.
or just dagger. Take a little pain. Use that cold blood later. Okay, interesting. So both players have really been about even. The captain was obviously superior to the. Ooh, don't know about that dagger up before swashbuckler. Wouldn't have changed anything, but whatever. So this is a 1-mana corridor creeper, and you could also coin out the Stone Chain Gang. You are using your coin at that point, though, which
Yeah, I don't hate holding the corridor creeper and just playing the chain gang here. I mean, because the corridor creeper, it can go to 0, and then you can play it on top of the Valspine Slayer. And
Oh!
it's just a ridiculous board.
Oh, this is a play too. Vile Spine the Patches for the free corridor creeper.
All right.
I guess I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. And then maybe you can do a play with Sonya next turn. For all you know, they might have their corridor creeper in hand, and then you could be getting your corridor creeper back. This is corridor creeper gaming strategies. Oh man, Razor Petal Volley had its day. Cold Blood Minstrel?
Yeah, I mean, his hand's starting to go a little iffy, so pick up some minions.
Yeah, although in theory the hand should be fine thanks to Sonya. If there's ever an opportunity to be
God,
trading
terrible
up,
for
this
blue.
is horrible. This is a game-losing turn. Bone Mare's gonna have no target. You're tanking 4, you're gonna take 5 more. Yeah. That's sad.
And you better hope Nikolaius isn't running counterfeit coin.
That's really sad. Oh, hey!
Oh my god, the second Sonya.
Well played.
2 girls. Double the thick. You can't charge. Could also be a little bit more damage. And you could also get this deckhand back a few times with both Sonyas. Does Sonya go... You
Yeah,
get 2
Sonya will-
copies?
Yes. Yes, you do.
My God.
I've had it used against me on more than one occasion.
The saddest bone mare. Saddest and
saddest
loneliest
Omega
bone
Sword.
mare. So this is easily lethal then. Alright. That was a sad game. Started out kind of even and then just
Well played.
fell apart. Because that's what happens sometimes when you play Lich King, but even then it shouldn't be that bad. So Nikolaius is one game off of earning the series that was a DQ win. Be a good feeling to win what ended up having been given. It just counts on the mage now. We haven't seen any yet, so
Yeah, I
If
mean,
we
maybe just be
haven't s-
figuring, oh, yeah, I'll let his mage get one win. You know, it's not that big of a deal.
or maybe he figures that it's just a mind game. They want you to play that either, but they're really playing big secretless mage.
Jaina versus Uther.
Alright, Paladin's gonna be the one. Paladin,
You asked for it.
Murloc Paladin can definitely be good against Secret Mage. This is not Secret Mage, that is
No,
Big
that
Spell
is-
Mage.
Yes, it is. I just don't.
Dino
think
size
that-
in hand, not what you like to see.
I just don't think that a big spell mage is optimized enough for it to be a viable deck.
The light dim.
I don't know how much it could get better. I do know that there are some players out there playing it a lot and tweaking it pretty regularly. Hot Meowth is one of them. Yeah, I don't know. Still plenty of time. The meta still changes a little tiny bit here and there.
Yeah,
Oh
but how,
my
yeah,
God, that
brings weird decks all the time.
true. Alright, gonna play the Rallying Blade just to squeeze out some extra damage. Let's see, that Corridor Creeper is gonna go down to 4 for the next turn. Good. Oh my God, he didn't swing.
Oh,
Slight misordering here, but you know, I'd be pretty excited to get that ooze out there too. It was going to happen no matter
Dino
what.
size, go.
Oh my God, Nikolaius is a dungeon master. Just noticed. Very special.
Yeah.
I'm
Doing
not a
better than
dungeon
I am.
master.
Nor am I.
Okay, well, good that other Dino size is still in the deck. Be desperately needed on turn 6 to guarantee that bone mare. Gonna end up trading off. That makes enough sense. Like,
Yeah,
turn
I like
5's looking pretty
Ooh,
mysterious here.
I guess it's not terrible, but
Yeah, you gotta get through that Tar Creeper eventually, so guess we'll do it like this. Ooh, perfect. Okay, so this is a big spell mage that is playing secrets. I just always wondered how weird it might be playing the Dragon's Fury. Sometimes, like, if the board's light enough, then 3 damage is fine. But if not, little risk.
yeah, I mean it's fine against aggro, but you still want those really big ones.
Absolute.
That's a fine card. Nice big dude.
Yeah. A lot of butt strength.
He will definitely not be the bone mare target, because big spell mage does play polymorph. So what's going to be the deal here? That second Blizzard's definitely going to have to wait for the Doomsayer. So just gonna. Oh, there's a card I haven't seen in a long time.
Wow.
Not
It's a
since
good
Reno
thing,
Mage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twilight Flame card. That new card that came out this expansion that randomly targets enemies with 1 damage. If it said enemy minions, it kind of would have been like Flamecaller, but it says enemies, so it's kind of bad. Is Tweeg going to respect the red mana worm?
I wonder.
Important to play around Meteor here. And did
Oh.
not quite.
Disrespect.
Yeah, Yeah. So easy Doomsayer Blizzard. And then find a way to scrape by after that. The hand's gotten very light on spells, which is sad news for the Arcane Artificer. Artificer?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Artificer. Called Arms to clear to thin your deck. Go.
Reporting for duty.
You wouldn't do that because you want to get that other dino size off.
What? His hand is getting pretty terrible.
Yeah. That's actually pretty lucky that Tweeg pulled off the dino size target. There were 2 Call to Arms in there. Or do they just play 1 Call to Arms?
He may just play 1.
Because it's pretty. I mean, we'll see here, maybe. Okay, no, they play 2.
Yep.
Spiteful Summoner's not good when it pulls. Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Yes! We're back to Yeti bumping. Oh.
Flame Strike though.
Oh my god, the Artificer. It's too much. Tweak hasn't changed the hero power, so Megasaur's not looking so great. I guess it's going to be Dino size.
Just rock pull double Megasaur.
Yeah.
Fury.
Dino
There's
size
Wind
is a
Fury.
little suspect.
Why would
Oh, you
have
gotta
to
get Wind Fury
and
so
then
you
go
can.
Dino size? Yeah.
Oh, I mean, both Megasaurs would be
Alright.
dead with the board and with ping, and yeah, that's
I did not play around Meteor.
true. Yeah, could have easily played around it. But I mean, I don't know that stealth was like, oh man, I really hope I get stealth. I think that's just kind of an adapt that Tweak saw and was like, I'll take stealth. I kind of wanted Divine Shield, but this is playing with fire. How does Tweak expect to win this race?
Reporting for duty.
Unless he's playing either. I mean, he's gonna put him to 1 and then Dragon's Fury to play around Eater.
Well played.
Yeah, I can see
Makes
that.
some sense. The only thing you lose to. Ah! You didn't do it. And now, yeah.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, Ice Block. I think everything else got tested for at this point.
Well played.
Alright, Nikolais is earning the win tonight. I mean, it's still a 3-0, but would have been a 3-1, so cool. Cool stuff. Very interesting decks.
Yeah.
The Spiteful Summoner Paladin. I don't know if a lot of people are bringing that to THL.
Yeah. I mean, Zixo is the only person I've ever seen play it. So.
Yep. Zixo, who is Corridor Creeper, although I don't know, maybe he changed himself. Spiteful Summoner was his card. He's Spiteful Summoner now, that's right. He played the Hunter with it.
Played every
So-
deck with it. That's the story.
He did. It was very, very entertaining. Okay. So that's that. That is that. We had the show match. We got to see some entertainment. Good times. Good times. Like to see that. So, yeah, I don't know. That was an interesting series. Zoo, Warlock, heavy, high, upper end. Zoo, Warlock, Dino size, Spiteful Summoner, Paladin, typical tempo rogue. Tweeg brought some interesting things for sure. I don't know if he intended to bring those all along or if it was for the show match, but I don't know. We'll assume he intended.
Yeah. Let's just go with that.
We'll go with that. All right, cool stuff. So Defias Defias goes up 8 points to 5. And where is Defias is blue, and Tweeg must be in the red team, red division. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll mention Salty Saturday again. Salty Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. First match, Rag League match between Jesper, Prep Coin Concede versus Hockey Boys, Bloodbath and Beyond. That's definitely going to be one that you'll want to check out. Hockey Boys brought Warrior. He thinks it's awesome. We'll see if he's right. And then after that is a Sylve League match, Cyclometh, terrifying name, Team Black Lotus versus Nate, Tan Pam Surf Slam. So yeah, hope to see you all then. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. Slimpsh
Me as
and
well.